Hello and welcome to Listen and Learn English. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about a stressful travel situation, missing a flight. This is a very common real-life situation, especially when you are traveling, and it can be both frustrating and stressful. That's why it's important to know how to communicate clearly, ask for help, and stay calm when something unexpected happens. In this lesson, you will hear a longer and more detailed conversation between Patrick and Emma. They are at the airport and unfortunately, they missed their flight. Emma is feeling nervous and disappointed because she was really looking forward to her vacation, while Patrick is trying to stay calm and help find a solution. During their conversation, they will talk about what happened, how they feel, and what they can do next. You will also hear how to express frustration, ask questions, and discuss possible solutions in a natural and realistic way. Try to listen carefully to how they describe what went wrong, express emotions like stress and disappointment, ask for help and look for solutions, and support each other in a difficult situation. You will hear useful phrases like, "We missed our flight." "What are we going to do now?" "Let's try to find a solution." "There must be another option." These are very common expressions that you can use when traveling or dealing with unexpected problems. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Focus on the general meaning and try to notice how natural the conversation sounds. You can also listen to this lesson more than once because repetition will help you improve your listening and speaking skills. Are you ready? Let's begin.
I can't believe this just happened. I was really looking forward to this trip for such a long time, and now our flight is gone, and I feel completely stressed, disappointed, and honestly a bit overwhelmed by the whole situation.
I know, it's really frustrating, but let's try to stay calm and think about what we can do next. Because there is usually always some kind of solution in situations like this, even if it doesn't seem obvious at first.
We planned everything so carefully. We checked the times, we packed in advance, and we even arrived at the airport early, so I really don't understand how we still managed to miss the flight.
Sometimes delays or long lines can cause this, especially at security or check in. And even small delays can add up very quickly, so it's not entirely our fault, even though it feels like it right now.
It just feels so unfair because I was so excited about finally going on this vacation, and now it feels like everything is falling apart before it even started.
I understand how disappointed you feel, especially when you've been looking forward to something for a long time. But let's not assume the worst yet, because there might still be other flights available today or at least tomorrow.
I keep thinking about all the things that could go wrong now, like not finding another flight or having to pay a lot more money, and it's making me even more nervous.
It might be a bit more expensive, but we should definitely check with the airline desk and see what options they can offer us, because sometimes they can rebook passengers in situations like this.
Do you really think we can still find another flight today? Or is it more realistic that we'll have to wait until tomorrow, or even longer?
Try not to panic too much, because being stressed will only make it harder for us to think clearly. And right now, we really need to focus on finding the best possible solution.
I just don't want to lose too much time, because this trip is really important to me, and I wanted to enjoy every single day of it.
Once we talk to the airline staff, we will have a better idea of what options we have, and then we can decide what is the best next step for us.
At the same time, I know that panicking is not going to help, but it's hard to stay calm when something like this happens so suddenly.
Even if we have to leave tomorrow, it's still much better than canceling everything, and we can still enjoy most of our vacation without losing too much time.
You're right. I should try to take a deep breath and focus on what we can do instead of just thinking about everything that went wrong.
I know it's not ideal, but sometimes travel doesn't go exactly as planned, and the most important thing is how we handle the situation.
Maybe there is still a chance to fix this, even if it's not exactly the way we originally planned it.
Let's try to focus on solutions instead of the problem, because that's the only way we can move forward and make the situation better.
I like your idea of checking both online and at the airline desk, because at least we'll have more information and feel more in control of the situation.
We can also check flights online at the same time, so we have more information and can compare prices, times, and availability before making a decision.
I just need a moment to calm down because I feel like I was starting to panic and couldn't think clearly about what to do next.
If we act quickly, we might still be able to find a good alternative, so let's not waste too much time worrying and instead start looking for options right away.
Thank you for staying calm and helping me because I think I really needed that right now to not completely lose control of the situation.
I really believe we'll find something that works for us, and even if the plan changes a little, it doesn't mean the trip is ruined.
I still feel disappointed, but at least now, I feel a little more hopeful that we can find a solution and still enjoy our trip somehow.
Sometimes unexpected situations like this can still turn into a good experience, even if it doesn't feel like it right now.
Let's go and see what the airline staff says, and hopefully they will have some good options for us that we can choose from.
You're not alone in this, we're dealing with it together, and we'll figure it out step by step without rushing or making bad decisions.
I really hope this situation will turn out better than it feels right now, because I don't want this to ruin the whole experience for us.
Let's go talk to the airline staff now and see what they can do for us, and then we'll decide what makes the most sense based on the options they give us.
Great job listening. In today's lesson, you learned how to handle a stressful travel situation and how to communicate when something goes wrong, like missing a flight. You heard how to describe what happened, express emotions like frustration, stress, and disappointment, and most importantly, how to stay calm and focus on finding a solution. We also practiced useful phrases like, "We missed our flight." "What are we going to do now?" "Let's try to find another option." "There must be a solution." "Let's stay calm and figure it out." These are very common expressions that you can use not only when traveling, but in many real-life situations where something doesn't go as planned. Try to notice how Patrick stayed calm and supportive while Emma expressed her emotions honestly. This is very important in English communication. Being able to describe how you feel, but also working together to solve the problem. Also pay attention to how they ask questions, suggested solutions, and made decisions step by step. This kind of communication is very natural and very useful in everyday life. Remember, you don't need to understand every word. Focus on the general meaning, the emotions, and the structure of the conversation. You can listen to this lesson again to improve your understanding, build confidence, and get used to natural English in real situations. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next lesson.